Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. In this video, we are going to learn two very important conditional statements in Python. If, elif, else and the nested if. We will understand how they work step by step, when to use which one, and I will explain everything using simple examples so even beginners can follow easily. If you are new to Python or confused between if, elif, else and the nested if, this video will clear all your doubts. Before watching this video, I recommend you to watch the previous part where we explain the basics if and if else statements in the Python. The link is given in the description and the pinned in the comment box. Before entering into this video, please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Conditional statements in Python. We already discussed about if statement and else statement. The remaining conditional statements are if, else and nested if statements. In Python, conditional statements helps a program make decisions. Today we will learn if, else statement and nested if statements. Let's understand both step by step with simple examples. If, else. What is if, else? The if, else statement is used when we need check the multiple conditions. We have multiple conditions, then we will choose only one condition. For that purpose, we will use the if, else statement. Python checks the condition from the top to bottom. In Python, the multiple conditions will check from top to bottom. Only one block will execute. On checking the multiple conditions, only one block will execute in those multiple conditions. Okay, this is the syntax of the if, else statement. If condition is true, then it will executes in the if block. If the if condition is false, then it will goes to the elif block. Here it checks with the elif block. If the elif block is correct, then it will print in the elif block. If the elif block is also false, then it will goes to the else block and print the statement. Here is the step by step working process. If it is true, code will runs inside the if block. Okay, then Python checks the condition if. Next, if false, if the if condition is false, Python checks to the elif condition. Then if all conditions, both condition, if condition and elif condition are false, then it will goes to the else condition and runs the code in the else block. Okay, example. We will take one real time example. Here it is the real time example, traffic signal example. Take signal equals to yellow. If we take the signal as yellow, see yellow is equals to red, not right, then it will goes to the elif condition. Here yellow equals to green, not right, then it will goes to the else condition and print the wait. Let's see the output in the Python ideal and runs how the program will run in this ideal. Signal equals to yellow. The signal is equals to yellow. If signal equals to red, the signal is red, we have to write the colon after the if condition written. Print, we have to print stop. When the red signal is appear on the screen, we will stop the vehicles in traffic, right, like that. Here we will take elif condition. Elif signal equals to green. The signal is equals to green. It is also condition, right? Then we have to write the colon at the end of the elif condition. So go. When green light is appear, all vehicles will move. Else, if these both conditions are wrong, then it will print the wait. The yellow is appears on the board. We will wait for the second, right? Then before running this module, please guess the answer and write it down in the comment section. Okay, wait. Here we can see that yellow is not equals to red. That's why it will enter into the elif block. Here yellow is equals to green. Wrong, right? Then it will goes to the else statement. There print the wait. This is the output of the traffic signal example. Next, when to use the if else. Where we use the if else statements. We have multiple conditions. In that conditions, one condition has to be right. In that case, we will use the if else statement. Okay. After that, nested if statement in Python. What is a nested if statement? A nested if means one if condition inside the another if conditions. We have two if conditions in this nested if. If one condition is true, another condition is true, then only we will run the code. One if conditions inside the another if statement. Used when a condition depends on another condition. This condition is depends on this one and this condition is depends on this one. This is the syntax of the nested if statements. Please note it down in your notes for the exam purpose. Step by step working process. Python checks the outer if. We have two if conditions, right? First, it will check the outer if condition. If the outer if condition is true, then it will check the inner if condition. If both if conditions are true, then it will runs the code. If otherwise any one condition is false, it does not runs the code and it will runs the code in the else block. Okay, where to use in nested if condition? When one condition depends on another condition. For example, authentication, validation, permissions. Let's take as example as Instagram web page. In the Instagram web page, login page, we will see username and password. If we correctly write the username and password, then only we will enter into the Instagram. If not, it will shows the invalid username or password, right? Let's check. Example as login system. We have username, admin and password equals to 1234. If username equals to admin, password equals to 1234, then only login is successful. Otherwise, it will show the invalid username or password. Let's see in the ideal. Clear this program and write username equals to admin. Okay. Password is equals to 789. Let's take 789 as password. We have to write two if conditions, right? So one if condition has username equals to admin. Here we have to write colon and if another if condition, if password, in another if condition we have to write password equals to 789. Print when both conditions are true, login successfully. Login is successful, right? Next, if these both conditions are false, we have to write the else condition. Print invalid username or password. We have to write invalid username or password in the else block if both if conditions are false only. Then if both conditions are true, then it will print login successfully. If both conditions are false or if one condition is true, another condition is false, then also it will runs in the else block. Print invalid username or password. Before running this module, pause this video and think once what is the output. Let's see output. Login successfully, because here username and password we given the right, that's why it's showing the login successfully. If we take username as Kalpana, then see how the program will run. Sorry, it is not showing anything. If there is any condition is wrong, print 1 to 3 else run. Here it is not showing anything. think it is not showing. Please wait one minute. I will show you answer. It is not showing any answer. Don't know what happened to this. It has to show invalid username. Okay, let's see once again. It is not showing any output here in else block. Remove this else block and see. It will not show anything. This is because we given the wrong username. That's why it is not showing anything in the output statement. Okay. This is about the nested if statement. When one condition depends on another, this nested if statement is useful in authentication, validation, permission purpose. We will use the nested if conditions. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel for more Python videos.